I think we should do together. But
Okay.
I want you to do it together. I'm just waiting to get you both in the same room.
Yeah, I know.
You know what it is? We want to know if it's his own
As a
stuff
true
that's keeping him
stoner, I
back.
didn't feel the need to show up on time.
No, that's why you get a pass.
I was sitting there going, I'll be there by 4:30, which defeats the purpose of the 4:20 start. Yeah,
I was here though.
He was.
Yes.
Captured responsibility.
Yes.
Well done.
So are you guys excited about this? This is a big moment for you guys.
This is huge. You don't understand. Like, when I wrote the script for Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, that's going back like almost 3 years at this point. I wrote the 3 imaginary strains into the movie, and I was always saying, like, wouldn't it be a hoot, man, if we can make them a reality and stuff? Like, we've had fake brands in our movies before, like Movies, the fast food joint, but like to actually have fake weed that became real weed, like, you know, Pinocchio becomes a real live boy. It was such a charming notion, and so I met Lash doing the Caviar Challenge, and he was like, I know Mike, and I said, oh my God, you gotta introduce me. I love his weed, man, because I love caviar. It fueled the production of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and that's what kept me going. So we met, and I told him my dream. He's like, we can make that happen, and he turned it around so fast. So here we are today. The weed actually exists in the real world, and the movie, I think, will be long forgotten, but the weed will be remembered forever.
I don't know. We went out and seen all of your fans and talked to them, and they can quote verbatim all of your films. They're excited to be here. Let's talk about what it is for you to have your own strain come out.
It's exciting, but I didn't get to. The bummer is I didn't get to try it, but I feel like it's spoiled. I get to see him and my wife, who's his business partner.
And your business partner as well.
And my business partner.
And
sorry.
life partner.
Our life partner, business partner. They're spoiled now. If they don't have this strain, then they're like, well, this isn't really the same.
And this is the
They complain.
genius.
You ruined them. You ruined them. You better
This
keep
man
them supplied.
ruined us.
You know?
The man here, Michelle, the man with the master plan. He's a cultivator, the originator, the man with the science, the genius with the pack and the punch. What was it like when they reached out to you?
I was starstruck.
You were starstruck.
He was not. Oh my God. What was so awesome about Mike is, like, I meet a lot of people who are like, anything you want, but Mike was just like, I ain't impressed by you, and I fell in love with that instantly. It was so hard to get. And then he jumped in, gave me my first strain. He created a strain that never existed before, and he was like, here, smoke this. I said, what is it? He goes, this has never existed in the world before. And we smoked it, and I was like, I know I'm home. So we were off to the races, man. He is a champion. I can't tell you how quickly this all turned around, how fast he put it together. It's a genius right here. There's 3 separate strains. All 3 of them smoke incredibly well, man. This is your first sativa, right?
First
Your first sativa.
Ever.
Well, I got to hit it, and let me just tell you, I felt really good. And the question everybody wants to know, because we do have High Times fans, is when it went into the cultivation of this strain for them, what did you do? What was your thoughts?
Well, that's what we do different. We don't cultivate. We manufacture. So I hold the patents to infuse plant material, so I can manufacture a strain basically in about 15 minutes.
Hold on. How many countries you hold that patent in?
163 countries.
That's a lot. I mean,
I didn't even know there was 163 countries.
so, right? What
Man
is
learned
going
something
on?
today.
Yes. And so, does anyone have any questions?
Hey, for Culture Magazine, what do you think about this booming vape ban? Like, do you think people are reacting a little too quickly?
About the vaping. So what happened is the government a couple days ago said, like, vaping, we're taking it off the market. And a lot of states are dropping it instantly like a hot rock in such a way, like there've been 6 to 10 deaths, which are heartbreaking. But the way they were like, we got to get rid of this instantly, you would think that, like, they know something we don't. Like, vaping causes vampirism, or you're going to become a werewolf or something.
Wow.
But instead, they're calling it a public health hazard. The only question I have, and I have no skin in the vaping game or anything, I'm not a vapor myself, but, you know, 10 people have died, and that's horrible. How many people died from smoking cigarettes yesterday? Where's the public health crisis for this? Makes no sense.
I did a study, and I don't know why, and actually Safe came to the rescue, and they just did a study. It was on CNN, and they did it with licensed COA dispensaries. None of them came back. They all passed. And then they did ones that they found black market and unlicensed delivery services, and it came back out of 15, 13 had vitamin E oil, pesticides, and failed them all. So it's not the system, it's people that aren't doing it in the system.
Are legal. Go to a legal store.
Yes.
Man. There's legal dispensaries all over 420.
Yeah.
How many legal dispensaries in the area?
Oh, there's way more than that.
Yeah.
How many illegal?
860 in the state. and there's about 2,800 illegal.
So the illegal ones, stay away from them, man. They got bad product in them.
So we have to talk about this for a second. You guys have a movie. It's Reboot. It's coming out? Like, when's it coming out?
It comes out October 15th and 17th. People can see it at any multiplex through Fathom Events. And then him and I go on the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow tour October 19th with, right now it's 62 dates. I think we'll top out at 65. So we'll be gone from October all the way till February. We take the flick from city to city. We introduce it, watch it with the audience, and then we hang out afterwards and have a good time, Q&A and stuff.
We love that. And another question that everyone wants to know here at High Times is each strain that you have, because you have a sativa, you have a hybrid, and an indica, with the names, which took me forever to try to figure them out. What do they stand for, or do they stand for anything?
Snoogans and Snoochie Boochies came from this guy.
Okay.
Words that he made up. Tell him how. Why?
So they came from when Clerks was made. I used to say nit. Then it went to nooch.
Why'd you
to
say
snooch.
nit?
And I used to say these words because I would make jokes about people or to people and then be like, I'm just kidding.
So he'd be like, I fucked your mom last night. Nah. And then nah meant, I'm kidding, I did not fuck your mom last night. Don't hit me. And so then nah became noinch, and then noinch became snoinch, snoinch became snoogan, snoochie boochies. So he made up his own language, man, his own damn words. And now we got to put them into strains.
Yes.
That gobbledygook was useful.
Yes!
Berserker is from also from Clerks, because I say, Olaf, sing Berserker, girls think sexy. Berserker. So, my question here is, are you going to be able to just come on the road with us, bro, and keep him on the Reboot Road Show?
Only in the weed legal
Center.
states. Tell them what weed legal states they can find Snoogan, Snoochie Boochies, and Berserker, and all Caviar Gold products.
California, Arizona, Nevada, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Michigan.
Michigan, yes! Sorry. Just before we let you go, because I know all these other people, thank you so much for being patient. High Times, like, has it been a part of your life? Tell us what that means to you.
They
It's
put
awesome.
us on the cover, like back
Twice.
Yeah, and in 2001 for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I'm on the cover holding a giant plate of weed, and he's a little demon on my shoulder. They photoshopped it in. But I remember when they brought the plate of weed. It was 2001. They brought it to a backyard over in Burbank and stuff. And I was like, oh, these are awesome props. He's like, that ain't props, bro. And it was a Scarface mountain of weed
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
so
that's
we did
awesome.
that. And what was the other one?
The
You
other
were
one
on
was
one
me
by
by
yourself.
myself. Yeah.
He was on twice.
I was
so
on twice. It was really amazing, bro. And again, that time too, they had tons of stuff, and they let me take like 2 buds, and I remember being excited because at that point, that was the best I had ever seen. Because where I used to get weed was like from a little bag, I pull seeds and stems out and shit.
Yeah.
When you're done, you could roll 1 doobie, and it was like, oh my god,
It's a different world.
it's a whole.
It's called Michigan in 1980 is what it's called. It's called my dad. So everyone here, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for High Times. Where can everybody find you? Where's the next thing that you guys are doing?
What are you doing? Well, we'll be out there with Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, and you can follow. You can watch that. You can follow us on the road if you're not there. I'm gonna be streaming with this backpack I have on my Twitch, which is Jmuse, JAYMEWES.
It's streaming all over your face,
I
neck,
will.
and chest.
Yes. Yeah. Keep an eye out.
Well, hey everybody, this is a happy 420. You keep blazing, and you know what? Make sure you check out the movie Reboot. Bye.
Check you later.